Okay. So there are four methods to determine it. One is static analysis, which we are doing now. Second is dynamic analysis, which we'll do it in afterwards. That is next week. Then we have pilot test and based on penetration result. What we are doing now is this also done. Then हमने ये पढ़ा कि ultimate load जो मेरा pile लेगा, it would be equal to two things. That is, it would be equal to your bearing capacity plus your friction, right? This bearing ultimate of this soil multiplied by area of pile at this location. We have seen this part. And this is my unit friction. We have seen this. Not going into much. And then we have derived two formulas which are very important. I have numbered them also. That is this formula number 3. ये बहुत important है. अब किधर तो लिखे रखो. It's okay. That is CUB. That is cohesion at base. So CUB is coming. Undrained cohesion. N is your bearing capacity factor. This also you have to remember. अगर soil clay है, कुछ याद नहीं रखना. Your bearing, your N का value 9 रहेगा. If the soil is clay, the value of N is 9. AB means area plus alpha. Alpha is your adhesion factor into Cu. यहाँ का जो soil का Cu रहेगा, that one the pi. This we have seen. And we have also seen that Q safe or Q allowable, that is allowable load or safe load is equal to ultimate. We'll take down to the next formula which we have learned. वो cohesive soil के लिए था और अगर तुम्हारे पास sandy soil है आपको ये वाला formula याद रहना है. These are the two things that we have. Determine this, there are some other approaches also that we can have. These are empirical formulas. आपको रट्टे मारने पड़ेंगे. There are no derivations for it, but you have to understand this. So there is an approach through which we can find the unit friction. The three approaches which we are doing it now. Approach number 1 is called as alpha method. Second approach is called as lambda method, and third approach is called as. It's very easy. You have 3 more formulas that you have to see. Formulas are damn easy. It's not so hard. No. So let me go with the approach number 1. That is your alpha method. Once again. Now, while using alpha method, this method is only for clay soil. It's not suitable for sandy soil. Or again, अगर जब भी मैं clay soil की बात कर रहा हूँ, it is suitable for cohesive soil. The other name for clay is cohesive soil. Changes out in this way. Fs equal to alpha times Cu. जितने भी हमने किए alpha times Cu, it was actually alpha method. हम जो भी अभी तक फॉर्मूला सीखे, it is based on alpha method. तो आपका QS कितना रहेगा? QS equal to Fs multiplied by surface area of the pile. Okay. Fs कितना है? Okay. But what I need ultimate bearing capacity of the pile or ultimate load it can carry. So basically my Qu is equal to, depends upon two things. Qb plus bearing. So small Qb, that is bearing capacity of my soil, into area of my soil at base, plus Qs I have derived, it is alpha Cu-Es. This is the same formula. Second method is lambda method, which you are going to just divide this. So second method is lambda method, which we are going to do. I have not written a term. One second. Here NC source. Okay, done. So lambda method is also, it is suitable for, that means it's suitable for cohesive soils. Okay. Here your Fs come into sigma AB dash plus 2 times of C. This is the formula. Let me write the terms first. Fs means your capacity. Here lambda means friction capacity. ये value normally question पे दिया रहता है because it can only be determined experimentally. अब site पे जाके उसको determine कर सकते हैं. There is no other empirical formula for it. 6. It is effective average vertical stress. It is effective average. Cu means, it is basically your undrained cohesion. Okay. 1 second. Give me a minute. Okay, done. Let me share it up again. So there was some error. Okay. Again, जब भी मैं QS बोलूंगा, फॉर्मूला का सिर्फ Fs का वैल्यू चेंज हो रहा है, बाकी सब सेम है, बाकी सबका सब सेम है. सो जब भी मैं QS बोलूंगा और जब भी मैं QU बोलूंगा, द सेम फॉर्मूला यू हैव टू यूज. सिर्फ Fs का वैल्यू यहाँ पे चेंज होता है. दैट मेथड इज कॉल्ड एज लैम्डा मेथड. Now the third method that we have to move is beta method. Now beta method, a sandy soil. इसका जो fs है, fs is equal to, हमने ये भी पढ़ा हुआ है, it's equal to, it's your formula number 4, it's equal to k sigma ab dash into tan of delta. By using this you can, you can calculate your, सिर्फ आपको ये याद रखना है कि तीनों मेथड पे fs का वैल्यू अलग है. पहले में fs इक्वल टू अल्फा इंटू cu, सेकंड में fs इक्वल टू लैम्डा इंटू दिस वन, थर्ड में fs इक्वल टू दिस इक्वेशन. अब इसमें आप बोलोगे कि बीटा क्या है, बीटा assuming it to be beta, I can write this equation as fs इक्वल टू बीटा sigma ab dash, where beta is k into tan of delta. Even if you are not remembering this equation, it's least important. What is very important is formula number 3 and 4 which we have done. ठीक है, इसके बाद हमने एक सम लिया था, एक बढ़िया वाला सम लिया था. आज क्या करने वाले, आज स्पेशल ये है, जब भी आप पाइल्स की बात करते हो तो नॉर्मली कॉलम, अगर मैं एक कॉलम बनाऊं तो एक कॉलम के नीचे एक पाइल नहीं होता. दिस इज नॉट हाउ वी यूज्ड टू कंस्ट्रक्ट. तो नॉर्मली एक कॉलम के नीचे बहुत सारे पाइल्स होते हैं. अगर मैं उसका प्लान व्यू बना के बताऊं आपको, 3 piles and I will have a pile cover which is called as pile cap. I will have a pile cover which is called as pile cap. तो जो कॉलम जो है वो यहाँ पे रहेगा, तो इवनली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाएगा. या फिर मैं 4 भी दे सकता हूँ, I can have 4 piles. या फिर आपको और that is having 3 rows and you're having a multiple here. So basically for a column you give a group of piles, and what we are going to study is the behavior of group piles. इसमें कुछ चीजें आपको याद, conceptually आपको मालूम रहना बहुत जरूरी है. The first thing, the spacing between, distance between both the piles, that is ये pile और ये pile का जो distance है, I will call it as, और ये pile का जो distance है, I will call it as spacing of the pile. Similarly ये pile और ये pile का जो distance है, I will spacing. Let me write it here. Your spacing S means center to center, distance between piles, distance between piles. So when you're having a bunch of piles, we call it as group piles. ठीक है, normally we use group piles. We are, because एक कॉलम के नीचे अगर एक पाइल लगाते हो तो eccentricity आ सकता है, उसकी वजह से पाइल बेंड हो सकता है. That is called as laterally loaded pile, apart from our concept, apart from our syllabus. But normally while in construction we give it in this way. Okay. Now हम ये spacing देते क्यों है, क्यों आजू बाजू ऐसे क्यों नहीं डालते? I can give the piles in this way, spacing here, this is the spacing. Let us understand कि हम spacing की जरूरत है piles के अंदर. Let me draw the sectional view for this. Pile number 1, and this is my pile number 2. Let me have ground surface here. Let me have ground surface here. Now let us understand the transfer of step. दिखता कैसे है, अगर आप सॉफ्टवेयर पर अगर आप पाइल डालोगे, there are many softwares to analyze this piles, तो डालोगे आपका जो स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जो सॉइल के अंदर आएगा, एक पाइल के बाजू में ऐसा स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है, दूसरा पाइल के बाजू में ऐसा स्ट्रेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है. Okay. Now you can see a this is called as stressed area. This is called as stressed area. तो the spacing should be such that आपका जो stressed area है ना वो कम होना चाहिए. वो ज्यादा हुआ then your spacing is not adequate. तो soil ज्यादा stress ले लेगा, it could fail more. तो आपको spacing ऐसे देना कि your नहीं है stress area, it's very good, but your stress area should be minimum. So that is the concept of group pile. Now again we are going to derive the group piles का equation. उसके पहले जैसे मैंने आपको बताया pile groups का मतलब क्या है, I have many piles. I'm having 3 rows of pile, 4 columns of pile. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, correct? This is my pile cap and these are my piles. अब मुझे ये डिटरमाइन कर एफिशिएंसी कितना है, पाइल का ग्रुप एफिशिएंसी कितना है. This is denoted by neta g, that is group efficiency. Normally जैसे मैं बोलता हूं या एक पाइल मेरा, एक सिंगल पाइल मेरा कितना लोड लेता है, इट कैन टेक QU लोड, राइट? हम ये निकालते थे कि एक पाइल कितना लोड लेगा करके. सो देयर आर हाउ मेनी पाइल्स, 1 2 3 एंड देयर आर 1 2 3 4, देयर आर टोटल 12 पाइल्स हियर. सो ये पूरा जो लोड लेगा, जो मेरा पाइल ग्रुप लोड, योर इंडिविजुअल लोड, आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड. लाइक एक जो पाइल लोड लेता है इट इज QU. देयर आर 12 पाइल्स इन दिस. नॉर्मली हम कैसे करते हैं, 12 पाइल है, एक लोड कितना ले रहा है, QU करके लोड ले रहा है, तो मेरा जो टोटल पाइल ग्रुप जो लोड लेगा इट वुड बी 12 into QU, बट इट इज नॉट ट्रू in this case. So we have to understand the concept of group efficiency. कितना efficient है ये. So there is an equation for a group efficiency. There are two definitions for it. One is given by QUG, that is ultimate load carrying capacity of the group of piles, QU. I will just write it again. Denotations. Your QUG means load carrying capacity of group of piles. Of group of piles, N means and QU means ultimate load carrying capacity of a single pile. इसकी दो definitions हो सकते हैं. One of the definitions in this way, it is the ratio of ultimate load carrying capacity of a pile group to the sum of individual ultimate load carrying capacities of the piles in the group. मतलब I'm just explaining it. There are two definitions. One is it is ultimate load carrying capacity of the pile group to the sum of individual ultimate load carrying capacity. This is your definition number one. Okay. Why we are doing this? अगर मैं बोलूं कि ये जो पाइल है, हर एक पाइल 100 किलोन्यूटन का लोड ले सकता है, तो आपको ये डिटरमाइन करना है कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ पाइल कितना लोड लेगा. तो कितने पाइल्स है? 12 पाइल्स. तो आइडियली शुड टेक 1200 किलोन्यूटन का लोड, बट इट इज नॉट ट्रू. आपका जो पाइल ग्रुप है इतना नहीं ले पाता. देयर इज सम एफिशिएंसी फॉर इट. सो वी आर डूइंग दिस वन. सो नॉर्मल द फॉर्मूला इज इन दिस वन, दैट इज QUG अपॉन नंबर ऑफ पाइल्स इनटू QU. ठीक है. नाउ डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द कंडीशन ऑफ सॉइल or a medium dense sand or a medium dense sand, or if it is a loose sand as well, your group efficiency is more than 100%. मतलब आपका जो इंडिविजुअल पाइल करने का काम है वो ग्रुप में डालोगे तो ज्यादा एफिशिएंट है. जबकि अगर आपके पास क्ले है तो योर ग्रुप एफिशिएंसी इज लेस देन 100%. योर ग्रुप एफिशिएंसी इज लेस देन 100. कंसेप्ट क्या बोलते हैं करके, अपने पास 4 पाइल्स है. A single pile can carry a load of, that is QU, is 10 tons. And this group of pile can carry enough to understand what is my group efficiency of my pile. What is my group efficiency of my pile? मतलब मैंने ऐसे 4 pile डालने. So that is equal to the formula says it is in this way. QUG upon number of piles into 36 tons. Number of piles here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by QU is 10. You will get the group efficiency for this pattern of pile. This is why we are calculating the group efficiency. Now there are 3 methods of doing it that we have to understand. I will just rub this part. Method number 1 is the same formula which I wrote, that is group efficiency upon number of piles into ultimate load of single pile. Second method, I'll just write with another pen, that is method 2. It is given by, of the method is in this way. Convert Laplace formula. So just remember the formula here also. It is Ng is equal to 1 minus theta m into n minus 1 plus n into m minus 1. ये सब है क्या? I have to explain. 1 second. Let me draw a pile group first of all, so that it becomes easier to explain it. Again the same. We have 3 piles is 12. This is very important formula by the way. इसके ऊपर sums है. In this, you have one more formula, that is theta equal to tan inverse of d by s. This also you have to remember. अब एक एक देखते हैं. इसमें d is basically your diameter of pile. इस pile का जितना भी diameter है, that is your t. What is s? S means your spacing of the pile. S is your spacing. From here to here, this we are calling it as spacing, and this is your s. It's very easy formula, but you have to remember this. Then you have m. M means number of rows in the pile. Number of rows. इसका मतलब क्या? कितने नंबर ऑफ रोज है? रो मतलब दिस वन. यू हैव 1 row, you have second. So m for this particular example it is equal to 3. Last one, number of piles in a row. Number of piles in a row. एक रो में कितने नंबर ऑफ 1? You have 2, you have 3 and you have 4. So n is equal to 4. And this is how you apply this formula. Any doubt in this? Anyone? Let me look at the chat. Attendance के अलावा I can't see. Yeah, okay. Okay. So again I'm telling you, D means the diameter of the pile. Diameter कितना उसका? S means the spacing of the pile. Spacing कितना है? Rows in the pile group. You have 1 row, second row, third row. There are 3 rows. So 3. N is number of piles in a row. एक row में कितने piles है? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 4. Last method, we will end with that. Take this sum afterwards. Last method is called as method 3. That is Fields method. That is Fields rule. इसमें क्या होता है? He have told that अगर आपके पास एक पाइल ग्रुप है, मैं सोचता हूँ I have 2 piles. Taking the group efficiency, I'm calculating the group efficiency of the pile. How many piles I have? I have 2 piles. Now this is equal to, you will reduce, just write it here. You will reduce 1/16th value of the nearest pile. ये आपको सेंटेंस बराबर समझ में नहीं आया होगा. I will teach you. If I'm considering this pile, nearest pile कितना है? 1 है, right? So I will reduce 1 minus number of piles is 1, 15/16. Let us go to 3 piles. 3 piles normally हम ऐसे रखते हैं ट्रायंगल फॉर्मेट पे, because and this is my pile cap. ठीक है, इसमें एनजी कैसे निकालेगा? मैं इसमें से एक पाइल को कंसीडर करता हूं. आई एम कंसीडरिंग दिस पाइल. So this is equal to 1 minus, because you're reducing it, so 1 minus 1, 2. 2 into 1/16, and this becomes as 14/16. The 16 goes here, so 16 minus 2, that is 14, 14/16. Let's do it one more time. I'm going for 4 piles. How much here you will get? Now this is not important in your Mumbai University, it's rarely asked. The formula which I have told you earlier, that is method number 2 pe, that is important. That comes in the Mumbai University. This one is there in syllabus. I'm not taking out of the syllabus because I don't have time. This is there in syllabus, but this is frequently used, as in GATE. How much is here? Anyone? How much would be the answer here?
1 minus 3 into 1/16.
Very good. If I'm considering this pile, here. Yep. So nearest piles are how much? You have 1, you have 2, and you have 3. So it is 1 minus, you get 13/16. We will do one more. I will close this lecture. Just click on the same link. Only 5 minutes are required because one more is there. What will happen if 5 piles are there? Then we will end this part. Just end this.